Hi, this is Jared Dees from thereligiontutor.com. Let's look at the story of Cain and Abel in the Old Testament book of Genesis. It's the story of the children of Adam and Eve. So Cain, it says in the story, is a farmer, and Abel is a shepherd. And according to the story, both Cain and Abel, they make a sacrifice, make an offering to God. And God accepts Abel's sacrifice, but not Cain's sacrifice. Why? Because Abel sacrificed the first fruits, the best of his crop, the best of his animals, and yet Cain sacrificed really, you think, almost what's left over in his farming work. But Cain becomes angry with Abel. He becomes angry because of that being overlooked for his sacrifice. And God warns him that sin is lurking at the door. Its desire is for you. You must master it. So it's a wonderful warning for us as well as for sin. You have to master sin. It's lurking at your door. But unfortunately, Cain takes Abel out and kills him. And God marks Cain, sends him out east of Eden, casts him out away, not to be killed in response, but to be banished instead of being killed. When God confronts Cain for what he has done, Cain says, "Am I my brother's keeper?" And of course, this phrase, which has become famous many years later, is really important for us. Yes, you are your brother's keeper. Yes, you are. So think about this story. Sadly, Cain kills his brother Abel because God approved of Abel's sacrifice and not his own. So the lessons here, what are the lessons that we have here? Well, the first lesson is about sin. Sin is lurking at the door. God warns Cain, you are being tempted. Sin is right there. You must master it. And Cain doesn't. He commits a terrible, terrible sin, a terrible crime, and he's punished because of it. Another lesson here is about love. To love someone selflessly. To love someone even when we are seen lower than them. To love anyways. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, we are our brother's keeper. We are responsible for helping, protecting, loving others. And finally, a lesson on sacrifice. If you're going to make a sacrifice to God, if you're going to give up your time, your money, the gifts that you have been given back to God, give the best gifts. Give what Abel did, the first of the flock. Constant theme in the Old Testament, sacrifice. They're giving what's challenging to give, what is hurtful to give, because it's so important to them. Give what is important, what is the best, because that's the gift that God's going to approve. That's the gift that God wants, because he's going to give you so much more in return. If you give only what's left over, like Cain, you are falling short. And you're opening yourself up for sin. You're opening yourself up for that sin that's lurking at the door. Give generously, because God is generous as well. So that's a little bit about the story of Cain and Abel and how we can apply it to our lives today. Go make disciples. God bless.